Go ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. Here around the chutes, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas.
Hi, welcome to Texas on Tap with Miss Helen, along with producer Kyle. Good to see you. I have a little calmness.
Good to see you.
My life has been so chaotic. I jump from one thing to the next and to the next. So anyway,
you'd be a good tour manager.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, I'm just, but I guess I need to make a spreadsheet on prep this, do that. This person's coming, that, we're blessed to have such good friends, but
right.
Man, it keeps me busy.
I hear you. But yeah, it's like, this is, that's what I was thinking. We always come on and just vent about all of our stresses of the week.
I know, right?
It's kind of ridiculous that people want to listen.
Yeah, I know. Last weekend was a really good weekend, and anyway, so it's just it's crazy, Fall is here, and it's 100 degrees. That's okay.
Oh yeah, welcome to Texas. It's gonna get cool at some point eventually. I'm trying to go camping somewhere that's cold as soon as possible. So
okay.
That's on my to-do list.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind the warmth.
Yeah, I love Texas, but I would rather live in the cold, I think.
No. Well, the good thing is that as soon as we wrap this up, because we jumped on a little bit earlier than we normally do, because we've got people to take fishing, and we were able to actually do some scouting this week. So because we had people to take fishing, and our flounder are in our spot that always show up this time of the year. So that's why we've got to
rush through this one.
Yeah, we have a friend of ours from Corpus here today, and then Steve Anthony's coming tomorrow. Of course, Steve's been fishing with us for years. He's, he's been a longtime friend, so he's coming tomorrow. So yeah, it'll be fun. I got to keep the house clean. Captain Rock not stop and drop his clothes.
He's always on the run, just like you. Y'all are a perfect pair.
I know, right? All right,
let's get this thing going before we one of us falls off the edge of the earth.
Right.
All right, you want me to go, or you want to go first?
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay, sweet. I'll do it. I got some really cool ones. I got some soulful picks this week. I'm going to start it off with a big one. Randy Rogers Band dropped a new one from the upcoming record, Homecoming. It's called Know That By Now. In Randy's words, actually, it's the most introspective song off the upcoming record, and that's just after listening to it, I can't imagine that he's not right. It's like there's so many lessons to be learned in this song lyrically. Randy just has this way with keeping his words real simple and his melodies real tight, but he just it's like he's like a professor. He's like teaching you things,
Well, let me tell you who was in on this writing session. I looked up the writers. Okay. Are you ready? Jack Ingram.
Oh, wow.
John Randall.
Oh, wow.
Lee Miller. So that, and of course, Randy had it. So that the four of them co-wrote it. But I think the last line really got to me with waiting on her to come back and sleeping with the door unlocked. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. So
that's wow.
It's a great song.
Very good song. And then moving on, another guy we've talked about here recently, he just put out a new record called Bad Days Better, Adam Hood. If you haven't checked out this record, you got to check it out. I picked Speed of the South because I think that's my favorite song on the record. I'm sure that'll change by tomorrow, but it's just so good. He's got this like soulful vibe on lock. It's like Stapleton meets like contemporary, like early 2000s pop rock, and it's just like everything that I could ask for, like almost all of my own musical tastes combined. So just great song and great record. Like I said, it's called Bad Days Better, and that's out now. He's just one of those writers. I'll get into this a little bit later, but I got to hear some of the story about the making of this record last night. So it's exciting stuff. Go check out Adam Hood if you're not already on that train. And then let's pop the tap door. Oh, pop the tab.
I'll go pop a tap if I can find one. I need it.
It's Keystone only, right?
No. That was funny. Okay.
Yeah, so keep Taproom open now. It is the time. A friend of the show, Mason Lively, just dropped a new one. So let's go ahead and jump in and listen to Mason Lively's new song that dropped today, Sound of Rain. So it's been quite a while since we've heard a new one from Mason, and this is just another like banger song.
Yes, it is.
Once again, he's got that soulful voice, and I'm really glad he's leaning into it the way he is. The chorus just paints like this super vivid, pretty picture, and he's kind of been teasing the music video online. Excuse me. And so I'm really excited to see that video and just to hear all the other stuff that I'm sure he's got sitting in the can right now.
Yes, that's a great, strong song. And I ditto everything you said about Adam Hood. And I know this story behind the album. It's like everybody should check that out. So now let's go ahead and keep Taproom door open. This is Michael Kelton and it's Windblown. Michael Kelton, Windblown, and of course, Michael's coming up on one of our podcast episodes. Great song. His stuff is so organic. It makes you feel like you're right there. Like I said, when we visited with him, it's kind of like you listen to it under the stars by a campfire, sitting on the front porch. I mean, just really good stuff from him.
It takes you right back to that period. He was talking about that historic, 1880s.
Like Texas in the 1880s. Cool. Yes, we talked about that.
And before you jump ahead, just for those of you who aren't familiar with Michael, he currently plays drums for Pat Green. He's played for everyone else. He does a bunch of cool stuff, and he's actually coming on the podcast on Tuesday, so he'll be our guest. So definitely
want it. Yes, for sure. He's such a nice guy and great story and phenomenal music. And it's interesting how he's come about with his songwriting and doing a little recording, but keeping it simple and just. Good strong music. Okay. Absolutely. And you know how I love Drew Fish.
Oh yeah,
Drew Fish Band. I'm gonna be this song's gonna be blasting because I need a good Friday. But Drew Fish Band, he has a new song out called Friday Beers. It's definitely, I mean, the title says it all. We got a little party crowd thing going on. Another fun song from Drew. It'll get you into the weekend, or if you want to play it on a Wednesday night, Wednesday beers work too sometimes, Thursday beers, but no, seriously, fun song. And I've always liked Drew Fish. And of course, he's been on the podcast. So Drew Fish Band, new single released to radio from him called Friday Beers. And then John Hope has rebranded a little bit. John Hope and the Jackwagons now. And he has a song out that is country jam. The fiddle in it is so strong. And of course, his voice. And I love the whole concept behind the song. But the name of the song is Horse of a Different Color. And girls, it's about a strong, independent women that can't be tamed. And I still can't be tamed.
That's a theme lately, huh? It's always been around, but a lot of dudes are writing about it these days.
Yes. But I just
coming to learn how it really goes out there.
Yeah. So check out John Hope and the Jackwagons, their new single Horse of a Different Color. As I say, horse of a different color, I get a little hoarse. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. Texas Country Music Chart. I do want to look up a little bit here, because we talked about the Great Divide, Good Side. They debuted at 50 in the top 100 this week. Chad Cook had a good debut at 59. Jake Bush was in there. Drew Fish Band, of course. Kate Watson, her Cinderella Slipper debuted real good too. So congratulations.
And that video
to
came
her.
out too. It's real good.
Yes. And so looking at the Texas Country Music Chart, number 5 this week is Jesse Robb Jr., Working Man's Woman. Number 4 is Curtis Grimes with Miles Don't Matter. Flatland went from 1 to 3 with A Cowboy Knows How. Wade Bowen from 5 to 2, Everything Has Your Memory. And Mickey and the Motorcars went from 3 to 1 with Stranger Tonight. I love that song.
Yeah.
CD Extraction, Texas, number 5 this week. Our boy, Case Harden, Honky Tonk Highway, he is making his moves. Flatland is from 1 to 4 on this chart. Cody Johnson went from 2 to 3 with Human. Wade Bowen, 5 to number 2, Everything Has Your Memory. And 3 to 1 is Casey Donahue, Telling on My Heart. Now, Texas Regional Radio Report. Man, this is so cool. You're going to love this because number 5 is Bree
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Free
Sweet.
man. I'm gonna try not to sing it. She went from 8 to 5, and of course now this did come out last Friday, so I can't wait. Y'all may be celebrating this weekend. Number 4 is James Land, like Conway Twitty. Curtis Grimes is at number 3, Miles Don't Matter. Case Hardin's at number 2, Honky Tonk Highway. And taking over the number 1 spot on the Texas Regional Radio Report this week is James Robert Webb with Love Sick Driftin' Cowboy. So there's a look at the charts for this week. So a lot of exciting stuff with the charts.
Big movement. That's really cool.
And there's been so much music release. I mean, it's like I look at my emails, it's just one after another. So, but a lot of stuff moving up, a lot of people being successful. And, then there's some songs, and I was having this conversation with another musician the other day, and it was like, I'm just not getting it. I'm not getting it. And, and it's a hard thing to put together, because it's like, I'll see songs and I'm like, oh man, that's definitely going to be at least a top 30. And then it'll just kind of linger and linger, but like I always say, these charts, that's what I love. This is good, competitive, awesome, great music.
Yep.
Everybody's bringing their A game. There's no slackers.
Yeah, it's just funny that you say competitive, because the world that I come from, and I know I always say that, the world I come from, but this country thing's still fairly new to me, and that alternative music scene is actually competitive, but this scene is so far from competitive. It's just the quality standard is so high.
It is.
Everybody's a team, and everybody works together, and everybody helps each other, but it's just, I don't know. It's really cool, especially whenever you see like that much movement happen in a 1 week span. Normally it's like, oh, it moved up from 2 to 3, or 3 to 2.
So like, I'm sure
jumping each other, and that's gotta be just so much fun because everybody's friends. And
it is. And then you think about it too, like when, like for instance, Bree and a couple of others, that their songs have moved so fast, thinking that they're going to have that duration before they have to pick their next radio single. And that's why you have to plan ahead to already have the artwork and verbiage and all the data, and have it mastered and everything ready to go for radio, because Bree's probably looking at the next one.
Yeah, I'll make sure of that.
Man, it's just crazy, because we had this conversation when we visited with Michael the other day, and it's like, I can't stop with her album. I just can't, even with myself. It's like, I don't know, and I'm not saying that just because it's Bree and we're so.
Yeah, it's really good.
But it's really good.
I mean, obviously I had nothing to do with the making or anything on that record, but I'd listened to it I feel like it's shameless. Like I'm listening to my own music almost, in a way, I hope she doesn't hear that, but like, I listen to it. I probably listen to the record front to back at least twice a day, and it's just that good. I'm spoiled to be a part of all that.
Well, it was like I was trying to give some sisterly advice to a girlfriend the other day, and I actually sent her one of her songs. I said, just listen to this. This will get you fired up now. Now fix it.
Good song. You gonna tell me?
Oh my gosh. Oh, well,
I mean,
Sarah.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Well, so speaking of Bree and all those people, last night I got to do something really cool, and I wanted to tell you about it. We were in Bee Cave at this really, really cool theater for the filming of the first episode of this new season for Texas Music Scene. So like a lot of the people we've talked about just in this conversation were there. Obviously, Jack Ingram was there hosting the show. Adam Hood was there. I got to say what's up to those guys. Sonny Sweeney played. Wade Bowen played. It was such a cool, just like the whole production and seeing how it's made. It was really fascinating, and it was just, I don't know. It was a show, but it was not a show at the same time, and there were people there, and it was just so much fun. We all had a blast. It was cool getting to meet some of those new names too.
That is awesome. I can only imagine how awesome that was for you. And speaking of Jack Ingram, okay, so you knew I had been grinding on this. So I'm driving around with his headshot on the truck right now.
Right.
I bought the old radio station truck. Okay, so the station that I was at, the truck that I designed and had wrapped, we had some different Texas artist headshots on there. And of course I got, I worked hard on that, get not only the logoing and our design, but getting permission for the headshots. So of course I'm going to get it rewrapped, and we're going to it's going to get adopted now as a Texas Toast vehicle. But man, they sold the radio station in flip formats. And so it came about to where it just kind of fell into my lap, and I grinded on it for quite a while. About a month ago, I had texted you, and anyway, so it's my little baby. I couldn't believe I was driving it. I drove it home yesterday.
Wow, that's awesome.
Couldn't believe I was like, oh my gosh, it's like fall fair season. I should be going like to Fort Bend County Fair. Like I'm not having to go anywhere, because that was work truck.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
that's awesome. I'm happy for you.
It's pretty sentimental.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Anyway, so anybody knows of any good wrap companies? Miss Helen's in the market.
I'm sure there's plenty of people listening that know. I don't know anything about shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm just sharing. Probably some people think it's kind of crazy, but
no, it's awesome.
That was one of my. And then check this out. I got stopped in the street 3 times.
In the truck?
What happened to the radio station? And they're like, Miss Helen, is that you? What happened? Why did you let that happen? I'm like, I wasn't responsible. Right. And so then I went to get it inspected, had to stay there and explain to 5 people what happened. So anyway, it's kind of funny. But now that was when I was in town.
Oh, we switched over to a digital format now. The TexasToastPodcast.com.
We're like, yes. We're like, what do you do? Anyway, so yeah, it was kind of funny. So at least I'm on the low down here in Matagorda on the island, just boat ramping back, but trying to get it back home. It was like literally I was a block away from where I had pulled out, and I thought, oh gosh, do I have a flat? Is something wrong? And this girl's like waving me down. It's crazy.
Damn, you're famous.
Oh no, but
that's cool. Well, I'm excited to see that thing. You better drive it up to the award show.
Well, my goal is to have it rewrapped for November.
Oh,
that's my goal. And I have a lot of stuff in between that I'll tell you that we'll be getting to. It's kind of off air, but I had a great weekend this past weekend, and I have to say, speaking of Fort Worth, I already have like a dinner planned. We had some good friends of ours. He's a retired coach from the Weatherford area, and they're old friends from like our hometowns. And so they came to celebrate their 41st wedding anniversary. Well, they were here, and some other people that were here, tourists visiting at the condos, were like 20 minutes down the road from them in Weatherford. So like this family was freaking amazing. And so we're all getting together somehow, some way when I go to Fort Worth, because we have to all see each other.
Oh God, I don't know how there's going to be time for anything outside of the stuff we're already doing.
I know. Crazy. Last year, I do have
I'll put my TM hat on.
I did give my trip this year one extra day because I was totally rushed. Cool. And last year I had to switch hotels. Because I had to stay at one hotel the first night, then run over to the other hotel, which was the morning of the awards. So, but I'm set this year. So,
yeah, I haven't even. I mean, I know that I booked a room that Sunday night. Maybe I should get there Saturday. Probably.
You can come stay with us.
Guess we'll see. I need to just see if we have a show that day.
It's not too awkward. You can come stay with us.
I mean,
those rooms are big because there's like the big bed, then there's a sleeper sofa because there's that whole like sitting area.
Oh, Spring Hill Suites, yeah. Man, I really wanted to book a room at that Drover Hotel where the party is.
It got booked up right away.
God, it's so fancy and cool.
But we'll do the same thing last year. We'll just go there and then walk back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then go over to Filthy's for a couple hours till they kick us out.
Oh man, I was so toasted by the time we left the after party. It was like, see ya.
Yeah.
I think I just flopped with I think I fell in bed with my boots on. No, joking.
Oh, probably. Shit, I bet I did too. I think I had boots on. I got all snazzied up. I'll have to do that again this year.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right. Well, one other thing. Astros clinched.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So look, and I don't know if you can see. I want to show everything. I literally have an Astros I ordered an Astros swimsuit.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool.
Well, Aaron, I know we clinched, but Judge is making a strong push to come back. Those dudes flipped, and now he's like, I'm taking the team on my back. But it's like, it's a little bit too late for that, bud.
Yeah, because I know, like at this point, as we are speaking, we're 17 games in first place. I looked at their like 6.5 games, like the rest of the divisions are so tight. But anyway, so it's that time. It's going to get very, very exciting.
It's going to get chippy for sure.
Yes.
So on that note, well, I guess not on that note, switching gears, same old stuff. If you guys, like what we're doing and you like listening to us, I actually tweeted yesterday. I was just kind of curious, and me and you talk about this a lot, but it's like we've been doing 2 episodes a week for a long time. And like at this point, it's just, part of our schedule. It's not like we're, struggling to make it happen. Like sometimes here and there, it's like, oh, hey, can you do it right now? And we make it happen. But I was just kind of curious how people like to listen, if it's like if they have trouble keeping up with all of it, or if they want more, or, just kind of getting some feedback from our listeners. But I guess just, keep sharing, keep showing the love, all the artists that we feature, thank you to all of you guys for sharing. And, all we're trying to do is help push your music out. We appreciate it equally as much whenever y'all share, what we're doing and get it out to your listeners. And I guess on that note, you wanted to do a little spotlight to end the show, yeah?
Okay, so I want to talk about a young lady that I've known for a long, long time, and she is probably one of the hardest working musicians, and her live shows are amazing. She always has her cowboy hat and her sunglasses on. I've had the opportunity to work with her, put her under some advisement, but most of all, I've had a chance to sit with her and just listen to her sing, even when she's not on the stage. And so she's gotten to where she's had this is her second release to Texas radio. And if you haven't, check out Adriana Live. This is Captivated.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And with a heavy tongue, she knew where I was from. As she left, I dared to say,